Thanks for tuning in, folks. This is coverage of the Duelo 599 and Under Tournament in on-cue billiards. A few rules on screen for you there. And this is my first round match where I played Haisam Ahmed, goes by Sam. I won the lag and got the break. I had a couple of balls there, and one is available. It's a bit of a thin cut length of the table, but I'm going to attack. Just catching that too thick. Looks like the cue ball's going to come round and give Sam an opener. And you can drop this in. The 2's waiting over the pocket, and the 3's also handily placed. I'm not sure if he contacted that there, but Sam gives up ball in hand. On reflection, looking back, I think that he may have actually even grazed it ever so slightly. I just replayed the video a couple of times, but in real time we did not notice that. I managed to get a gap through to the 3. I'll play this with a bit of bottom left, and that's a lovely little kiss on the 9. Opens up that 8-9, which were hampering one another. I've just really got to try and get shape on the 7, and should be out here. Just a little bit of check, and bring the cue ball up the middle of the table. Now I decided to play this real soft and try and hold it, so it's a bit of a baby shot, and did the dreaded deceleration there. That's what can happen when you're not letting your stroke out. And what's his shape like here on the 8? Well, he's a little short. I have to play this with a bit of draw. And that's a lovely shot. Cue ball spinning around. Again, a little short, but I'm going to put all his focus into this. Try and make the 9 for the 1-0 lead. And that's a great shot. Well played there, Sam. Winners break in this tournament, and you break from the box because we're playing the WNT rules. We've got the 9 on the spot, we're using the speed rack, and the 3 gets kicked in. I think he's got an opener here. The 1 will pass. 2 over on the side rail. Shape's going to be a little tricky because it's a bit off angle. Tried to draw over. That was not an easy shot, but maybe he's going to get second prize. Oh no, it's just rolled out. I thought he was going to get a hook there. So I couldn't get past the 4 here to make this. I just follow forward, use the bottom rail. Play shape on the 2 in the top left. Try and get fairly straight, and then you can just drop it in and leave the 4 in the side. Try and get straight-ish on the 4 because the 6 is waiting by the 9 there. I don't mind being flat on the 6. I can just draw back at the table. Almost missed that, put it on far jaw. A little bit fortunate. Now, test the cueing here. Got to get this one nice and smooth. And didn't quite time that right. Final delivery was a bit off, so rattle the 6. No chance for Sam. If you can cut this in, he'll be naturally going up for the 7. And just undercut that a little. And again, the natural angle for me, if I can just drop this in, I'll be returning up table for the 7. Just a tiny trace of right-hand English there to take this scratch out of the equation. And that's finished okay, actually. I've gone above the 7, so I still have an angle to get down towards the 8. My common faults is that I do tend to finish straight a lot on these balls. Too flat just limits your options positionally. But that's okay. Just going to drop this in and leave the 9 in the side. No need for any heroics. And so, evening up the match here, and I'll have the break in rack 3. What kind of a break can I manage here? Trying the cut break, want the one in the right side pocket. And it just went slightly past. So hit that a fraction too thick. Need to cut it a little bit thinner next time. I could push out here, but I'm choosing to kick. And some players do like to do that. I personally don't see the benefit. I'd rather play a good push out. I'm trying to cut this back in the bottom right. Catch that bit too thick. Didn't really threaten the pocket there. So, long stop shot. Sam, good test of his cue action. Smooth stroke here required. And he gets a bit fortunate. The double kiss on the 1 puts it in the corner. He's got great shape on the 2. Can he get his cue ball down for that 3? Well, he gives up a foul there. I asked him what happened. I think he actually caught the cue ball twice as it came back. I just want to give myself a little angle on the 5. Probably stay low on it. Just get past that 9 and travel up for the 6 ball. Just a slow roll, that'll do. I've got a nice angle here. Can just play 1 rail down the table towards the 7. And again, don't finish quite straight. Similar sort of angle on the 7 would be good. Actually, just grazing the 8, that's done me a favour. So choosing now to play round with a bit of bottom and left 2 rails. This is looking good. I'll just pop the extension on the cue, a bit of a stretch. I'm just going to play 1 rail down for the 9. That's not too bad. So this one going to give me the lead. I'm going to get the break here in rack 4. And can I get this cut break going? Oh, I caught it even thicker that time. The one was about a good diamond up from the rail. I got lucky, made a ball by chance. Another thin cut in this top right. And this time I overcut it. And catching the 8 leaves Sam a nice opener. 2's a little bit congested. You've got to be careful coming down table. But it looks as though he's picked a good line. Just ever so slightly too hard. So I think it's safety is the order of the day here. Little draw shot in. Oh, that's lovely. Locked me up in jail there. I'll try and do a 2 rail kick on this. I got the cue ball bouncing. I don't think I had the right line anyway, so ball in hand for Sam. Maybe a bit tricky to get on the 4 here. There's a gap, I think, past the 8 if you can get the right spot. Just making a little micro adjustment there, if you noticed that, and just change the line of his cue a little bit. Looks to have finished perfect here. A nice little bump on the 7. He's okay. But needs to be a bit careful. He wants to get an angle on the 7 to get down for the 8. And he's guilty of the decel that I did earlier. He ended up overcutting it. It's when you just try and hold the cue a little bit, you choke a little bit and don't let the cue go through. The tendency is to overcut the ball when that happens. Having said that, I played a similar type of shot myself there with the bridge, and that's a very poor effort. So failing to make the most of the opportunity Sam gave me. And how's this? There you go. Well, I suppose I'm lucky you kissed the 9 there. That cue ball was travelling around for perfect shape on the 8. So what does he play here? Is it a bank or a safe? Goes for the bank. Will he commit? Has the 8 going to finish? Oh, it's dressed up nicely, and he's going to concede the rack there. He thinks I'm going to make those 2. So I've got a 3-1 lead here. Can I make this 1 ball? No, I caught that well suited, even thicker. Drew all the way back in the corner pocket. A nice one down the rail. Leaving in good shape on the 2. And negotiate a path down for the 3 ball. You can still make this cup. I just got to judge the speed to leave a shot at the 4. That looks pretty good. Safe for the 5 should be no problem. Nicely played. And he can get his cue down without being hampered by the 9. So another little draw shot here. Oh, he's just lost the cue ball there. Put the 5 in the left side of the pocket, so got a bit more lateral movement with the white than he wanted. So having to kick at this now. Good hit. Where's he going to finish? On the double kiss. Gives me a chance for the side pocket. So I'm just trying to negotiate the 9 here with a bit of English. Going to come down one side and back up the other. And actually didn't play that very well. As you see, the side spin through the 6 to the side of the pocket, so I missed it. Well, it wasn't really good on the 7 anyway, so another chance falls to Sam. Do a nice little draw shot here, get back about a foot, it'll be good on the 7. That looks great. What a lovely shot. And then just one of the yo-yo type shots. Get the cue ball back pretty much where it is now. Slightly overhit. So it's a bit of a cutback here. And again, you can just draw across to the right side of the table for the 9 in the same pocket. Nice and smooth, clean hit, great shape on the 9, excellent. Just waiting for his space to clear up, the guy on the next table. And this one closes the gap to 3-2, and Sam will have the break in rack 6. So if you like what you're watching, give us a like, smash that subscribe, and you'll be notified next time we publish a video or go live. Nice break, makes a ball, cue ball dances around the right side pocket, but second ball drops in, a nice shape on the 1. So the 2 fell, so it's going to be the 3 ball next. They're just trying to baby it and hold the cue ball. It's finished a little awkward, having to bridge over the 9, and a little bit off angle for the 4. He just wants to try and drop this in, and he would have a shot down the rail for that 4 ball. But he is going to be travelling away from it towards the 6, so he's digging deep, trying to draw back here. And that was a great shot, but fortunately he was asking a lot to try and get the cue ball all the way back across for the 4 in the same pocket. So maybe it's a bank here. Looks to be pretty makeable. Could have been a left English on the cue ball, come round 3 rails. Well, he catches the bump. And unfortunately kissed the 6 anyway, so wasn't good on the 5. And this one, I'm just going to try to smooth this 4 in. Let the cue ball go where it may. Hopefully it comes out and leaves me a sight of the 5. But caught that a little too thick. Too much of the rail before the pocket, so Sam gets a nice starter. Bit of running English. This is perfect. And he can level up the match here. Going to draw back, wants the 6 in the top left. Once again, he's got slightly hampered by the 7-9. So just a stop shot required here, nothing fancy. Yeah, and just a little bit of inaccuracy. You see the cue ball drew across the 7, but no real damage done. And it's a safe from here, just trying to get the cue ball down below this 7-9. It's just going to run out. The tester for Sam. And just cuts it too thin. Where's he going to finish? Is he going to get away with it? Yeah, I'm going to play the bank here. Just going to draw for perfect shape on the 7. But I didn't quite cut that enough. You see there, just about a couple of inches above the pocket. And another long straight shot for Sam here. He can draw back a little for the 7. Well, he's just caught that a little bit too well, actually. Betwixt in between here now. Does he go side pocket or corner? Well, it looks like to be trying a very thin cut in the side, come around 3 rails. It's a beautiful shot, but finished funny on this 9. And once again, you've got that decision, side pocket or corner. Looks to be going in the corner, extremely thin. Doesn't like it. It gets up and has another look. And steals himself. He's getting back down. Oh, and he cut that well too thin. It hardly moved, and there's not left anything really easy. It's a thin cut for me. And I may be inclined to play safe here. Yeah, I just didn't want to take the chance there. Left this a bit short. Was just trying to find the middle of the short rail there. So he does have a chance at a long cut. A little bit of left. Spin, helping side. But catches it too thick. And this is going to dress up for the side pocket. So it looks like that safety shot may have actually paid dividends there. And this 9 is going to give me a 4-2 lead, get me on the hill. So how's this cut break shaping up? Good time to make the 1. But again, just cut it a bit too thick. So hit the far point, but did manage to make a ball in the corner. And despite the hampered cueing over the 3, it's a natural angle, this, just to drop on the 2. Quite fancy this. Good job of playing on the generous tables. That was to the right-hand side of the pocket, but still fell in. And the 3, 4, and 5 are all waiting at the bottom end of the table here, so don't have to do a great deal with the cue ball. Make sure you don't hook yourself behind any of your furniture. Now, trying a drag shot here, and that was a mistake. Should have just done a baby shot, just dead weight, just to make it, and I was always guaranteed a shot on the 4. But playing that drag, as you see, I lost the cue ball. Had to try and play a snooker behind the 5. Not managed to hide the white, but got it pretty safe. Long thin cut for Sam. He's just trying to separate the balls and get cover. But that's finished just past the side pocket, and I think I can take this on. Just cut it in the bottom left, and the cue ball will naturally travel across for the 5. And avoid the scratch. And just a little draw back here. If I can get just above the 9, that sort of distance should be nicely manageable. That's okay, just a little draw back. The foot or so. But that final delivery was slightly mistimed. Didn't have quite the deliberate stroke I wanted. So Sam's got a chance here now. Nick this 7 in, up and down to the 8. Hardy just babies it, just goes one rail out and he's finished perfect. So stop shot, and it will be 4-3. Keeping himself alive in this match. So Sam's going to have the break here. Rack 8. 1 down with 2 to play. How's his break? That makes 2 balls in that bottom right corner, and the one's finished up over the corner, but been unfortunate there. 7 just came and spoiled the party. So he's kicked it, but he's left me a snick here. Now, I actually just got down and played this thinking play this 2 rails around and the 2 passes into this bottom left corner. But when I walk around, I suddenly realised that the 5 is in the way. So, moral of the story, always check first. But I can just roll this 2 ball forward and bump the 9 and finish with a nice tight hook behind the 5. And just going 1 rail here up the table with his kick. Makes contact, gets good separation there, leaves me snookered. I'm going to do exactly the same shot. And I've actually made the 2. And would you believe it, there's a gap for the 4. Oh, just a nice smooth stroke here. Drop this in. Try and come down for the 5. I'm going to bump the 8. It's finished okay. Could have gone wrong. And I can just slow roll this thin cut on the 5. Finish up somewhere near the centre of the table. And have a nice angle here on the 7. I'm going to just try and play above the 8 ball for the bottom left. I've misjudged that a little, went into the 8, but that's finished okay. I can just drop this in the top pocket. I'm just going to draw back a little though and play short side on the 9. I prefer that as opposed to trying to work the cue ball too much to get the 9 in the bottom left. So this is finished okay. So this 9 ball to secure a 5-3 win against Haisam sees me progress to round 2 on the winner's side. And there it is. So if you enjoyed this match, please like and subscribe and check out the channel again for more from this tournament coming real soon.